touch on this Keefe D thing?
Yeah,
Go
man.
for it, man. Go for it.
It was it 25 years?
Wait a minute. What?
It's been what, 25 years, right?
Yeah.
No, not what he hasn't been sentenced yet or anything, but yeah, I think he did it to himself, man. Just kept running off at the mouth, making all the rounds with all this new, because back then there was no media, there was just just the normal press. Now you got all these podcasts and everything else. Yeah, it's he went out there, made the rounds on Vlad and other platforms, and talked about how he was in the car, and pretty much everybody else that was in the car is no longer
gone.
Yeah, so he's like, hey man, I could snitch on on a dead person, and that's what he's been doing. And I don't think he understood there's no statute of limitation on murder on an open case. And yeah, they circled the wagons and came back and got his ass. I still call bullshit though.
Well, Reggie Wright was. Go ahead.
He had some kind of proffer agreement or something.
Yeah,
he said he had some kind of proffer
up,
agreement or something where he could.
He got jammed up on dope, and then he was like, well, I guess they were like, give us something on the Tupac case or whatever. And he was like, yeah, my dead nephew.
God damn.
What are you gonna do? And he thought he was smooth with it. Like, oh, they got somebody for it. I can go talk about everything that happened. Which nephew got beat up, called him. He was like, okay, we're gonna go make this happen. Went got the strap. Everybody piled in the Cadillac. They riding around the MGM. They catch Pac just on some fucking coincidence shit, hanging out the window, yelling at some chicks, rolled up on the side of them, and made it happen.
If I'm correct, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like Reggie Wright Jr. had been trying to shut any conversation of this shit down for the longest. Like, I don't know if you guys caught any of the Gangster Chronicles when it was him and Mob James.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it changed up, and the conversation kept coming up in different interviews. When you listen to Reggie Wright Jr., ex-police officer, who was affiliated with Death Row. He like, I don't want to say like, talk it like the man don't know what he talking about, but it ain't a question that they asked that motherfucker he ain't got an answer for.
Mm-hmm.
And when it always come to that, I want to say that this cat is like, man, he always tries to, go around it, or he was like, man, I'm tired of talking about that night. And I could have swore he said Keefe D didn't know what he was talking about, and then Keefe D just kept the fuck talking.
He kept it a lot. I mean, he's getting paid for it. He's doing paid interviews. He done wrote a book, so he's eating off this shit. Just like all the other gangsters that's coming out talking about all the bodies they done caught, and the cats that's coming out of jail. They all making the rounds. This is how they're gonna make their living now.
Or in the case of Fleece Johnson, the booties.
See,
but let me
he
say
cashing in. All these cats are cashing in on that, on that fame.
Let me say this though, man. You right. It's just a sidebar. Cause I don't know what's up with the cat, man. Like it's just this thing, man. I don't. It might have, the internet has its ups and its downs, but one thing it's done is just make people real loose at the lip. Motherfucker, and Keefe D is an older dude. He know the code, but I guess he said, man, all these old motherfuckers is doing interviews and getting a couple dollars. Let me do it. Fuck the code.
Because everybody dead.
Yeah, now you and motherfucking lock the fuck up, bro.
And don't act like the cops don't be watching these damn podcasts, and because they said they came at Vlad and asked him about the situation. He was like, shit, I don't know nothing about nothing. Y'all know what was on my podcast. That's it. I don't know shit.
Yep.
They even went to Suge Knight. He was like, shit, nope, I ain't participating in none of that shit. Nope, I do my time. I'm cool.
Yep.
I'm sure they probably offer Suge some time. Like, hey, look, man, we take a couple years off if you go ahead and implicate Keefe D.
But you know what else? They probably gonna lace Keefe with all like kind of like you ever hear these stories about 3 motherfuckers breaking in a house and old motherfucker in there ain't for the bullshit. He blasts 2 of them and the other one got to take the ride for the 2 murders.
Yeah, you got to catch those bodies.
Yeah.
What they're afraid of, what they said he's going to do now, since Keefe D ain't got nothing else, he can start laying down, all that other shit, that alleged hit that Diddy put out on Tupac and Suge back in the day, that $1 million bounty he put out. So he could, start flipping on that. I think that's what Mr. Sean Combs is afraid of, because I don't know if Keefe got some receipts on that, because that was, mind you, that was in the 90s. And allegedly, Mr. Combs put out a hit on Suge and them during the height of the East West Coast beef. So we shall see.
Right on.
Yeah, that's going to be weird, man, to see Puffy in jail.
That man he ain't going to jail, man. He ain't
Nah,
going.
he made
He'll
it.
be
He
taking
made
that dick
it.
like a
Well,
bad boy.
Next.
man,
Next.
yeah, let's just go
You
next,
tripping, man. Next.
Yeah, next. On next.
You're tripping, man. Oh man.
Man, when I saw this shit,
What you think, bro?
bro, I shouldn't be shocked